Hey everybody, Coach Terrio, Ryan Terrio is here. It's 87 days, I think, until NFL regular season kicks off. So you know what that means? I'm back with my predictions video. Okay, I have my predictions of where I think teams will fall win-loss record-wise. I also have my playoff predictions, who I think would make it to the NFC and AFC championship, and who I think would make it to the Super Bowl out of those four teams, and who I think would win the Super Bowl based on the teams I predict to get there. Before I go any farther, let me say this. I am a Saints and Steelers fan. New Orleans Saints, Pittsburgh Steelers are my two teams. So my playoff predictions will be a bit biased based on that. Just giving you guys a fair warning so I don't get to the end of the video and you guys be like, hey, that's his two favorite teams, that sucks. He's biased, So let's get started. Alright, I'm going to go by division, each team in each division. I'm going to give you my predictions on their win-loss records. We're starting off in the AFC East. We have the Buffalo Bills, the Miami Dolphins, the New England Patriots, and the New York Football Jets. I pick the Bills to go 5-11. I pick the Dolphins to go 6-10. I pick the New England Patriots to go 12-4. And I pick the New York Football Jets to go 5-11. Let me give you some reasoning on why I picked that. The Bills, they have a tendency in the past 2 or 3 years to start off good, then they fall off in the middle to the later part of the season. So that's why I picked them to go 5-11. The Dolphins, I don't see any coaching staff changes or roster talent that would have them win more than 6 games. So I'm being very generous in having them going 6-10. The Patriots, we know what they have. We know Bill Belichick is a great coach, and the Patriots will win at least 12 games. So that's why I have them going 12-4. And the Jets, they're like falling apart. I was looking at a Sports Center, and they were talking a few days ago about how Mark Sanchez was performing badly in practice, throwing interceptions in practice. And with him being the starter, if he's throwing interceptions in practice, what do you think he's going to do in a game? Throw more interceptions, have more butt fumbles and whatnot. So that's why I picked the Jets to go 5-11. And I don't see them going any far in advancing in that division or even making it to the playoffs unless they get a new coach, change around some people on the coaching staff, and give someone other than Mark Sanchez a shot at being starting QB. So that's my AFC East predictions. Now we're going to move over to the AFC North. Boy, I love this division. We have the Baltimore Ravens, defending Super Bowl champs. We have the Cincinnati Bengals, the Cleveland Browns, and my Pittsburgh Steelers. The Ravens, I had them going 10-6. The Bengals, I had them going 9-7. The Browns, I have them going 5-11. And the Steelers, I have them going 13-3. Okay, the Ravens, I just don't think they can repeat that great season they had last year with Ray Lewis being gone, and I just don't think Joe Flacco is going to perform like he did last year, because it's pretty much proven. When quarterbacks get a huge deal, a huge contract renewal, when they get paying a crap load of money, they don't perform the next year and a few years after that. So I'm looking for Joe Flacco to have a above average year for him. Okay, a below average year for him. I'm looking for him not to perform as well. I'm looking for his stats to drop somewhat. Cleveland, they really don't have anybody talent-wise or coaching-wise that can make a change. And I'm being very generous at saying they'll win 5 games. I don't think they win that much, and certainly not more. And my Steelers, looking at their schedule, looking at who they have on their roster, I'm thinking they can win at least 13 games. 13 games. Now, one of those losses is coming to the Ravens. There are always some battles when the Steelers and Ravens play. The AFC South, I have, there's the Texans, the Houston Texans, the Indianapolis Colts, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Tennessee Titans. I have the Texans going 12-4 and winning that division for another year. I have the Colts going 10-6, and I have the Jaguars and the Titans both going 8-8. I don't think Andrew Luck is ready to bring the Colts over the horizon just yet. I don't think he can bring the Colts to the promised land yet, considering he's going into his second year. I feel it's a work in progress for him. Yes, he will be a great quarterback. I'm not saying that he won't be great. He will be a great quarterback, no doubt about it. He's a great athlete, but I just don't feel he's ready yet. Give him another year or two, and when I make my predictions in a few years, then I'll say the Colts will win the AFC South. But right now, the Texans are the most complete team in that division, and I feel they will win the division yet again. We're going now to the AFC West. We have the Denver Broncos, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Oakland Raiders, and the San Diego Chargers. I picked the Broncos to win that division by going 13-3. I picked the Chiefs to go 3-13. I picked the Raiders to go 8-8 and the Chargers to go 7-9. Peyton Manning is coming off a great year after his neck surgery. He's proved a lot of doubters wrong. He's proved that he still has some gas left in that tank. He's proven that he can still perform at a high level. And I feel that he has a good 3 to 4 to 5 years left in him. That's just how I feel because of the way he performed last season. And I feel that he can lead the Broncos to a 13-3 season. And he can lead them deep into the postseason. The Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Chargers, they're like falling to pieces. I mean, they need to have some major coaching staff changes, major roster upgrades. They need to upgrade their talent. Now we're going to move over to the other side of the NFL, to the NFC. Going to the NFC East, we had the Dallas Cowgirls. The Dallas Cowboys, the New York Football Giants, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Washington Redskins. I had the Cowboys going 10-6, the Giants going 11-5 and winning that division. I have the Eagles going 7-9. I have the Redskins going 10-6. My reasoning for that is the Cowboys will not win more than 10 games. The Redskins, RG3 is coming off of a knee surgery. It's his second year, that sophomore slump kind of deal. I don't think he'll perform as well because he's going to be thinking about that knee injury. He's not going to want to re-injure that knee, so I'm feeling that's going to hurt the Redskins a bit. That's why I'm giving them 10-6. Okay, the Eagles, it's Chip Kelly's first year, new offense, and it's going to take some getting used to for them. Plus, I don't feel Mike Vick is starter worthy as far as leading the Eagles to the postseason. So that's why I'm giving the Eagles 7-9. Okay. We're going over to the NFC North now. I have the Chicago Bears, the Detroit Lions, the Green Bay Packers, and the Minnesota Vikings. The Bears, picking them to go 7-9. The Lions, 10-6. The Packers winning the division with going 12-4. The Vikings at 500, they're going to go 8-8 in my eyes. And there's really no explanation for this division. We all know the Packers are the best team in that division year in and year out. We all know Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback. Mike McCarthy is a great coach. And that's just it. The Packers are the best team in the NFC North. We're going to go down south. We go into the NFC South. They have the Atlanta Falcons, the Carolina Panthers, the New Orleans Saints, whoop whoop, my other favorite team. And we had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You know, I'm picking the Falcons to go 10-6, the Panthers to go 7-9, the Saints to go 14-2, and the Buccaneers to go 6-10. Look, you can see here I have the Saints highlighted because I feel they're going to be the best team in the league this year. With Sean Payton coming back, you know, he was really that rock. He was that leader for the Saints. And we saw when he was on his suspension last year, they fell to pieces. So it's going to be fun to watch them come back, you know. Now we're going to the NFC West. We got the Cardinals, the San Francisco 49ers, the St. Louis Rams, and the Seattle Seahawks in that division. I'm picking Arizona Cardinals to go 8-8. I'm picking the 49ers to go 13-3, the St. Louis Rams to go 7-9, and Seattle Seahawks to go 8-8. Once again, it's just like the NFC North. We know the 49ers are the best team in that division right now. Jim Harbaugh is an outstanding coach. I mean, he's done a lot in his 2 years that Mike Singletary couldn't do in 5-6 years. So the 49ers will be the best team in that division. They'll go 13-3, at least. I don't see them winning anything under 13 games. You know. So we've done with the regular season. Now we're going to go to playoffs. All right, playoffs. My Jim Morris Sr. impersonation isn't that great, but AFC Championship, I have the Steelers versus Broncos. NFC Championship, I have Saints versus 49ers. Super Bowl 48, I think it is, I have the Saints versus Steelers. Yep, like I told you in the beginning of the video, when you got to the end, it would be pretty biased. But I'd love to see this Super Bowl matchup. I'd love to see my Saints going against my Steelers. And you might ask Ryan, well, who you going to root for? I mean, it's your two favorite teams in the Super Bowl. And it's simple. If the Saints versus the Steelers ever happen in the Super Bowl, no doubt in my mind, I'm rooting for the Steelers. Okay? No doubt in my mind, I'm going for the Steelers. So that being said, this is my NFL predictions for the 2013 season. Let's see how true they are. I can't wait for football. I can't wait. So, have a good one.
We just gotta do what we do. We play like we play. We be us. We be special. We smell greatness. We finish strong. From the top. 1, 2, 3.